wa design Kenya ina mangwa sahi. Sioni hata tukifikisha hiyo one time. Sioni bana. Unasikia mjamaa ameshaenda hadi Mailando. Ana own island, yani nataka kuprivatize hadi beach. Ana privatize ocean. Wewe jua anaambia hiyo ocean mtakuwa mnanikanja mimi. Na si ati anauzia watu wengine. Unajua kwa nini anauza na bei ya kutupa? Juu yeye mwenyewe ndiye ananunua. Yeye ndiye anauza na yeye ndiye ananunua. Ndio hata akitoka pale atakuwa na maasset. Unadhani kuona island ni kusema nini? Beach hivi wewe unaenda ati sijui wapi? Tumeenda Lamu nini unalipa mjamaa? Yaani Kenya na kwa biko hivyo. Kila mtu anajikatia pisi yake, anang'ada. Mwingine anajikatia yake, anang'ada hivyo. Lakini na sisi vijana tutakubali kuona hiyo kihappen. Hatutakubali kuona future yetu ikigawanywa tu hivyo. Hatutakubali. Wewe jua ni aje, hata uchukue ngapi, bado utazirudisha. Mali ya umma lazima itarudishwa. Deni yenye ilikopo na haiko accounted for. Hakuna deni tunalipa yenye haiko accounted for. Deni yenye tunalipa ni yenye imefanya kazi. Hakuna vile tutabeba ufala hapa. And I highly recommend we do away with this constitution right now. All of it, this British one. We claim that we are independent and yes, we are using a British constitution. We need to wake up, bana. These people have been circling all around these laws. That is why they are limiting us. That is why wametufunga. Na hizi sheria za Britain. Sisi tunafaa tukuje na sheria zetu ndio zitu favor. They cannot favor us na zilitengenezewa Britain. Uongo.
Salam guys, who will stop this regime? Someone make me understand, why are we now privatizing beaches? Namaanisha mchanga na bahari. Namaanisha bahari. Mandhari ya bahari. Now the government wants to privatize it. Who has said Bahari is reporting any losses in this country? Because you are pushing the privatization bill because some of these companies were making losses. This regime needs to be stopped. Needs to be stopped haraka upesi. Failure to which we will not have a country. Salam guys.
You asked yourself, what if some of these beaches and islands are privatized and the public can no longer have full access? So according to the Ministry of Tourism draft National Tourism Strategy for 2025 to the year 2030, the government has plans to invite private investment to some of these beaches and islands to attract high-end tourism that could see the building of facilities such as luxury beach clubs, boutique hotels, private marine access point for yachts. So the places earmarked for these projects is Chale Island in Kwale, we have Funzi Island in Kwale, Manda Toto Island in Lamu, we have Kiwayu Island in Lamu, Msambweni Beach in Kwale, Vipingo Beach in Kilifi, Takaungu Beach in Kilifi, Kipungani Beach in Lamu, and Matondoni Beach in Lamu. So the goal by the government is to attract high-end tourists and to see the increase in tourist arrivals to 5 million by the year 2027. The government says that this could raise and boost the revenue and create job opportunities along the coastline. So these plans talk about sustainability, environmental protection, and also local employment. But stakeholders argue that the communities may not have the access to these beaches that they depend on for their livelihood. I'll give an example, like in Matondoni, that is a fishing community. Will they be able to access these places? So this ambitious plan could redefine the Kenya's coastline, especially in terms of economy, and it will mean good for the Kenya's coastal counties. But getting a balance between tourism growth and local communities' access to the beaches and the islands. Would you support private investment in Kenya's beaches if it meant more jobs, the growth in the tourism sector, that means more revenue for the government, or should just they remain fully public? The public participation is open from today up to the 29th of October. So let me know also what you think in the comment section.
At the rate which everything is being privatized, tutamka siku moja tupate Kenya is a private country, the government is a private entity, alafu sisi tukue private property ya watu wengine. Honestly,
one term, by the time amemaliza hii nchi, it will be a different country, because I'm fine if all they are doing is stealing the taxes, the money in the treasury. I have no, that one we can rectify, because we'll be able to recover. Since these are just taxes, this is money that is supposed to be used. But when he's privatizing our land, I hear Uhuru Gardens is already been, privatized, given to a Chinese. Now our beaches, there is a story that our beaches are being given to private investors. So in essence, Kasongo is privatizing everything.
Wana Coast, habari ndio hiyo. Mliposikia 11 farm zinafanyiwa privatization. Sasa si farm peke yake, mpaka beaches. Haya. The Ministry of Tourism has revealed plan to privatize 5 beaches and 4 islands in Kwale, Lamu and Kilifi County. Sawa. Mpaka beaches sasa. Yani, but swali yangu ni transparency. Where is the transparency? And who are the beneficiary of this privatization or PPP? Tutaziona. We need to see them. Haya. The beaches will be placed under various privatization model, include private ownership. Yani, mtu anaweza own beach. Haya. Private concession and long term leasing agreement according to the strategy. Ebu underline hapo kwa private ownership. Haya, sasa tutaanza kukuwa na private beaches. Mungu wangu. Haya, mbona kusikuwe na public participation?
Dear Kenyans, wewe Mkenya, Bwana Rais Ruto alipiga sign bill inaitwa privatization. The bill aims to make life unbearable for Kenyans. Yani bill inamaanisha kama ni Kenya Pipeline atatafuta mchinku ama yule investor, alafu hao investors watakuja ndio watachukua Kenya Pipeline, kumaanisha mafuta itapanda bei. Ikikuwa ni kitu kama universities, privatization bills, kumaanisha universities za Kenya itakuwa inakuwa managed na wale investors, na wale investors wakikuja lazima wapate faida. Ikikuja ni kitu kama Kenya Port Authority, hiyo Kenya Port itakuwa inakuwa owned na private institutions, itakuwa ya mtu, alafu watakuwa na make profit. Kwa kila biashara lazima wa make profit. Kwa hivyo maisha itakuwa ngumu, kumaanisha bei ya unga itapanda juu, bei ya sukari itapanda, bei ya kila kitu itaenda juu, kwa sababu Bwana William Samoei Ruto is not after the well-being of Kenyans.
All right, I'm worried, and I'm worried about this law, this new strategy about this government trying to privatize everything, Yeah. So I don't know whose benefit it's gonna benefit, because it's going to benefit locals. I know families have been living from tourism, and our local tourism is in shambles, because you think that people from abroad will come to your country. No, it's not about abroad. So if you cannot encourage the local tourists.
This government has just said that they are going to start privatizing things. Remember, walipitisha Privatization Act when Raila Amolo Odinga was dying. When he's being declared dead, wanapitisha Privatization Act. Now, they have started saying they are going to privatize our beaches. Na nasema beach ya BE, siyo ile ingine. Since when did our beaches start making losses? Can you imagine pirates ikiprivatiziwa? And the problem we have is that now the seller is becoming the buyer, if you don't know. Nyinyi kama kuna mtu alikiu akaenda akavote William Ruto, unafaa sasa uanze kupiga magoti ukisema naomba msamaha, nilifanya makosa, because you put us in such a bad place. Number 2, you talked about protecting and strengthening devolution. How do you protect and strengthen devolution and the circumstances of this particular government? Economic investment in the youth. About 485,000 young people who are supposed to be in university wako nyumbani. It's close to 2 months. Imagine, actually a whole semester is gone. Watoto wako nyumbani for a whole semester and it is not news. The president goes to make noise for us in Kitui and doesn't even speak about university lecturer strike. He's telling us he's going to build dams. Unajenga dams na watoto wako nyumbani. Have you ever had such a terrible thing? Kiambu County government has been on strike for how many months now? The doctors, more than 3 months. We've lost 130 children in Kiambu. The president is telling you about building dams. Now, your DM will sign something else. Uphold integrity in leadership. What integrity is in leadership when the president says that they have allowed logging in Mau Forest? Now as we speak today, ile forest ilifanya Raila Amolo Odinga apoteze his political fortunes in the Rift Valley. Before Raila hata anini apumzike kwa grave anze kusetwa kwa grave yake, this government has allowed logging in that forest. And do you know why they're allowing logging? Kwa sababu wanajenga avoidable housing and they need timber for avoidable housing. Niliwaambia nyinyi mukatae hii kitu. Mukafikiria mimi nazichukia bure. Now there's some stupid houses that are being built, that are being dished out anyhowly and carelessly, and they need timber. And now they've allowed logging in Mau Forest. You've seen what has happened to Karura. And then unajua mnafikiria mimi napiga kelele kwa TV. And then Karura. Pale kwetu Ngong Forest. Those forests are gone.
Hot 96.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mingi. All I want to say is Ruto must go. Like yesterday. Bye.
Ati black chocolate ni fine melanin bana kutoka nikapate. Kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda, so kanapenda toto chupa na haga nono.
Madam na kudai, umedunga mini na unapenda mangwai. Una dance fit, unawacha nikismile. Ama niko high, you realize I'm nice.
Kono moja mbele, gine yende rembe. Baila, yoni